kitchen.
Y'all, that was just 1/4 teaspoon of salt that I added to my cake flour. Y'all, all right, listen, it's been a minute since I've made a pound cake. So to say I'm excited to be baking a pound cake today is really an understatement. But you guys, we are making this oatmeal cream pie pound cake. I was sent this request by one of our YouTube family members, and I'm really excited to do this because I probably say this all the time, but my dude number one, aka my husband, he has several favorites. When I tell you oatmeal cream pies are one of his favorites, we usually pretty much keep oatmeal cream pies in the house. For the most part. If I run out, then I need to go get more, but we keep these for him, okay? So we're using the oatmeal cream pies, and I'm gonna use about 6 of them, okay? So I have the rest of them over here. We'll chop them up and fold them in and all the good stuff, okay? We have 6 large eggs. They are room temperature. I've already cracked them. I went on and put my cream cheese in my mixing bowl. It's 8 ounces of the cream cheese, because you guys know, a lot of times I'll forget. If I don't add it in the beginning, I'll forget. So that's already in the bowl, the 8 ounces of cream cheese. I have 3 cups of cake flour. I sifted it twice. It comes pre-sifted in the box. I use Swan's Down, but I sifted it 2 times just because I felt like it. And then you all saw me add that 1/4 teaspoon of salt, okay? I have 3 cups of sugar here, 3 sticks of unsalted butter. It's room temperature. Now, if by chance, if I were using salted butter, I would have omitted the salt, the extra salt, okay? So if you have salted butter, then just don't use the salt, okay? And then, rather than just half cup of milk, if you've been here for a while, then you know I love using coffee creamers in my cakes, okay, whenever I can. So I have half cup of coffee creamer, and I have a little bit of French vanilla, and then a little bit of caramel macchiato, just because that's what I wanted to do. Okie dokie, you can use half a cup of milk. All right, you don't have to be extra like me. Then I'll be adding some of my vanilla, at least a tablespoon or more. And then I'm going old school, you guys. I greased with Crisco and floured my cake pan. I kind of have a love-hate relationship sometimes with Baker's Joy, so we greased and floured our pan. Oven is preheated to 325 degrees. We're going to bake maybe about 90 minutes. Let's see. Hopefully my oven will act like she has some sense today as we're baking. Is that everything? The ingredients will be linked in the description box below, as usual. Okay? And also, with the step-by-step directions, you get that via watching the video. Okay? So don't be skipping around in the video, because you'll miss something. All right. Now, of course, I have thoroughly washed my hands. Don't be in the kitchen with nasty hands, y'all, because that's just nasty. So I'm adding my 3 sticks of butter to my mixing bowl. And after I add my butter, when I turn my mixer on, I'm going to turn it on to mix up this butter and cream cheese. and my vanilla. I like to go on and add my extracts at the beginning of my mixing process. That way they are incorporated throughout the entire mixing process and not just at the end when I usually add my milk, okay? So I'm gonna mix this up just a few minutes by itself, and then, not a few minutes, a few seconds, just to mix up that cream cheese and butter. I'll do that maybe about 10, 15 seconds or so, and then I'll slowly start adding my 3 cups of sugar. Once I add my 3 cups of sugar, I'm gonna cream the butter, the cream cheese, and the sugar for at least 10 minutes. I'm gonna set me a timer. My microwave is right here. That's why I'm looking. I set me a 10-minute timer on my microwave, and I'll cream on like a medium high. So this mixer is usually set on maybe about 8.5 for 10 minutes. Now, a couple of times during that process, I will stop and scrape down the sides of my bowl, because what will start to happen is that all of my ingredients will start collecting up on the sides of the bowl, which means if it's on the sides of the bowl, it's not down in the bowl getting properly creamed. So I'm going to stop at least twice to scrape down the sides of my bowl. Now, once we get creamed, I'm going to stop and show you what light and fluffy should look like, because that's how we want this mixture to look, okay? You don't want to hear the sugar crystals mixing around in the bottom of your bowl. Oftentimes, some people, they try to rush this process. Don't rush it. It definitely affects the outcome of your cake. Have you ever seen a cake where the inside of it looks kind of gooey sometimes, or streaky, like that butter and sugar wasn't creamed enough? Then usually that's what it is. So you guys take your time, set your timer, go do something else while it's creaming, and then finish your mixing process. So after we do that, I stop and show you what light and creamy should look like, light, creamy, fluffy should look like. Then we'll come back and we'll finish mixing up the rest of this cake. Done creaming. And before I forget, you guys, I don't like to tell my husband ahead of time what kind of cake I'm baking, so I meant to hide this. So we're gonna hide this in the cabinet down here. That way, you know, he won't know what we've made, because I really like for him to kind of let me know what he's tasting. I do think him trying to detect the oatmeal cakes in the cake will be a little difficult in any event. I hid that in the cabinet, and once he tastes it, then we'll pull it out. Okay. All right. So we are done creaming. You guys, look at this light and fluffy batter. Look at that. That's what you want to be looking like, light and fluffy. So take your time. Do not rush this process. All right, this was the longest part of mixing up the cake. Now, we're going to add our eggs. We'll add them one at a time. I do not wait for the yolk to totally disappear in between eggs. I add an egg, that yolk will break. I'll mix it for a few seconds, and then I'll add the next egg, okay? I also will stop and scrape down the bowl as I'm adding the eggs. And usually I don't stop the camera to show that, okay? Once we get the eggs added, then it's going to be time to start adding our flour and then our little bit of milk or creamer mixture that we have here. You always, when you get to this part, you always want to start with your dry, your flour, your salt, okay? You want to end with your flour and your salt, okay? So when you're alternating, you start with the flour, then you add a little bit of your cream. Then you do your flour and a little bit of your cream, but make sure that the flour is the last thing that you're adding, okay? And you guys, I like to be real specific for those that do not know how to bake. And again, as I've told you all, if you all are veteran bakers, then let's be patient with those who are trying to learn, okay? All right. So we'll add our eggs. Now, once I get my eggs added, you will see me turn my mixer down to low. This mixer is usually set on the number 2. You do not want to overmix once you start adding that flour and the milk. This is the part too where a lot of people mess up because they overmix. They're trying to get the batter silky smooth, and that's not what we're trying to do, okay? You want everything mixed well, but you're not trying to whip this batter until it gets silky smooth, all right? So I've timed it. The first part takes about 10 minutes of the creaming of the sugar, the butter, the cream cheese, but this part, it only takes about 2 minutes or less, all right? So don't over mix. Don't forget to turn your mixer down on low. So let's get this added. Let's see. And when you overmix, it can cause your cake to fall, all right? So let's get this added, and then we're gonna be ready to get this cake. Get this cake in the oven. You guys, forgive me. I thought I had hit record on my device, and I had not. Okay, so this is what I've done. The only thing I've done was I added my 6 eggs. I hate you guys didn't see that, but in any event, I added the 6 eggs, and now I'm alternating the flour and the milk. I think I had done maybe this once or twice, and you know, just kind of peeped at my device and realized, baby lady, you are not recording, so please forgive me. Okay, so we've added our 6 eggs. I added an egg, mixed it maybe just a couple of seconds, and then added the next egg, and then I started with my dry. Okay, so now I'm trying to remember, Lord, what did I add last? In any event, we're going to keep alternating with the dry and then the milk, and then we'll be ready to get it in the oven. All right. Guys, I'm excited to be baking today too, because honey, I get to eat some cake batter. Yes, I am that girl. I love cake batter. One of my sweet childhood memories when my mom would bake for Sunday, and we'd hear that mixer going, and between me and my brothers, we'd run in there and tell my mama, I want the bowl, or I want the beaters. So she would have to get one the bowl, another the beaters, and then put some on the saucer for the other ones. My other siblings that didn't get the bowl or the beaters, okay? Now, I'm going to do this while I'm thinking about it. I like to add a little bit of the batter in the cake pan first before I fold in, like if I'm doing chocolate chips or cookies, whatever I'm doing. I like to put in a little batter first in an effort to try to prevent whatever I'm adding, in this case, the oatmeal cream pies, to prevent them from really coming in contact with the bottom of the pan and causing it to stick. Does that make sense? Y'all get what I mean, Jelly Bean? So, I'm glad I remembered today, because I be forgetting to do that too. So we're going to add this just a little bit in the bottom. And then when I fold in these cookies, the oatmeal cream pie, then see that? Just enough to keep it, to prevent it from just being directly on the surface of the pan. Okie dokie artichoke. Let's see. So now with my oatmeal cream pies, you guys, I kind of thought about toasting these, because I just want to make sure you don't have big hunks. You know, make sure it's separated pretty good, because that cream makes these really kind of gooey and stick together, unlike if we were doing Oreo cookies. You know how the Oreo cookies, the cookie part is hard, but because this is soft, then, you know, it kind of sticks together. So I would suggest trying not to have like real big hunks. Not too big. You may have some here and there, but just try not to have too many hunks. And I think if I toast it, it's going to take away from it being the oatmeal cream pie, because the oatmeal cream pies are not crunchy. So that's why I'm not going to toast. Okie dokie. So we'll just add, I needed to scrape down my sides a little bit. And then now we're just going to fold in the oatmeal cream pies. And I want to save some too for the top, to kind of garnish on the top. Okay. I guess that would be good though, if you got a little hunk of chewy oatmeal cream pie. I just don't want them to all sink to the bottom of the pan. So okay. I think that's enough, and then we can leave this right here to like garnish the top. Okie dokie. So once again, we don't want to overdo it. Just gonna fold these in. Okay. Because I would like to have a piece of oatmeal cream pie in every bite. I think that's the goal. leave me a spoon or two in the bowl. Speaking of bowl, I get questions about this mixer. I will leave the link to this mixer in the description box below. The bowl is extremely heavy. So if you have issues, you know, holding stuff, especially some of my seniors, I always say that it's heavy. Do I like the mixer? Yes. I wish it were not as loud because, you know, that's why I stop and talk in between what I'm doing so I won't have to try and talk over the mixer. And it has a light up under here too. That was another thing I liked about the little LED lights. But honey, when I have the mixer on, I can't even tell the light is on. I guess I could if I was in the dark, but who's gonna be baking in the dark? Anywho, so, and the mixer, not only is the bowl heavy, the mixer is extremely heavy. So just keep that in mind. If you're on the hunt for a mixer, like I said, I'll leave the link in the description box below, but it's quite heavy. I get an arm workout every time I'm holding that bowl up to get the batter out and pour it in the cake pan. Okay, speaking of cake pan, this is an old cake pan that was given to me by my mother-in-law. So I don't have a link for it, okay? We're gonna hit it under the bottom to release air bubbles, okay? Make sure that, you know, you try to get your batter as level as possible so your cake won't be warp-sided, all right? Okay, we're going in 325. I bake my cakes in the middle of my oven. So I adjust my racks to where one is in the very middle of my oven. We've preheated to 325 degrees. I'm gonna set a timer for an hour. Let's do an hour and 30 minutes to start. If I need to add more time, 60. Yeah, hour and 30 minutes. So we'll see. If I need to add more time, I will. But I will let you know exactly how long it baked once I take it out. But always remember that baking time will vary depending on your oven. It could be your cake pan. There are a whole lot of variables that could change your baking time, okay? So just use your little tester to make sure that your cake is done. And like I said, I'll let you know exactly how long it baked in my oven as soon as I take it out. Okay, we have baked for about 90 minutes. 95 minutes. So now we'll sit here and cool. She pretty. And in the meantime, I'm gonna make my glaze, okay? It's very easy to do. I like a thick glaze. So I simply use powdered sugar. You can use regular milk. You can use heavy whipping cream. You can use coffee creamer like I like to do quite often. And I don't usually measure, but to try to give you some measurements, when you're starting off, if you start with maybe about 2 cups of powdered sugar, and then with your creamer or milk or whatever you're using, maybe start with about 2 tablespoons. I may start with a little more because I'm used to doing this, okay? And I like for it to initially be kind of thick because that way I can stir it easier. Well, I can get it smoother if it's thick. As long as it's thick enough for me to stir. You definitely don't want it too loose. If you add too much liquid, then you'll have to add more powdered sugar to compensate. And if you want your glaze really white, use like a clear vanilla. This one has the color to it, so it's gonna kind of tint the color of my glaze. But you guys see that quick? We have glaze, y'all. Look, just that quick. It's a great arm workout. I never use a hand mixer because I just don't feel like it's necessary. Okay, just that quick we have glaze. So now we'll let the cake cool. I'm going to set my timer, and we will be flipping the cake in about 10 minutes. Okay, we are flipping. How pretty. So now we will sit here and totally cool, because if we add the glaze now, it's just going to run totally off. Okay, so we will cool for probably about 45 minutes. Try to put enough Oreo cream pie stuff on the top so he can taste it. And I'm hoping that's going to be the giveaway as to what kind of cake it is. We shall see. I'm talking to the family. I'm telling them we shall see.
Oh, that looks good. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. It's been a long time since I've seen you guys.
It's been a long time since we did this.
It was like a year.
You know the last time I did a pound cake?
When was it?
October. Let's get crazy, Mr. Money. Get crazy.
That's a real long time.
Yes.
Well, I'm so happy, baby, that you have decided to get your foot back into things. What's that one? What's this one?
I'm not going to. You know the drill. You already know what we do and how we do it. I don't tell you what. Don't come over here with your nose.
My hands. Give me a little crumb.
Give you a crumb?
Yeah, give me one of the crumbs off the top.
No.
I can take. Don't. Give me a crumb off the top.
I don't want to give you a crumb yet. Get the crumb off the cake.
I know you gotta cut back. You gotta make a small piece.
I gotta make a. Okay.
No, this time. But next time, make a small piece.
Oh, next time.
Next time, you gotta make a small piece. I'm doing my best. Oh. Oh.
It's still warm too. Let's see if he gonna guess what it is. I'm gonna show y'all just a second. Wait a minute, let me well no, because I don't like the thumbnail when you thinking about what it is, because it make it look like you don't like it. It's good. It's good.
It's been a long time. I'm liking everything.
I know, right? Look, y'all. Look at that thing pretty. Look at the inside. Look at that, y'all. Open your mouth.
I think I'll taste some coconut. I think. I'm not sure. I'm gonna taste something.
You do not taste coconut, sir.
Okay, I don't taste coconut no more.
Okay, you don't taste coconut no more.
Mm-hmm. It's good.
Is it good? You know what it is?
Really. It's moist.
Move to the right just a little bit.
So moist.
Okay. It's so moist.
Yes, it's so moist.
Are you gonna look up so that people can see your eyes?
Man, it's good.
Okay, y'all. Listen. You gonna let me taste it? Baby, you don't know what it is.
It's good.
You're not tasting something that reminds you of something?
It's been so long since you made a cake, man. All my taste buds are now getting back. They're recalibrating.
Oh, that is moist.
They're so recalibrating good. Good gracious. That is good.
That's so fluffy.
It is. Good Lord. It is. I mean, maybe it's been just a minute. Oh, don't do it.
Wait a minute.
What's going? Hey, what you doing?
You need to show y'all the inside of his cake.
That is so awesome. Now you showed them the inside of the cake. Let me show the cake the inside of
I
my
be trying to
stomach.
show them real good because they be wanting to see.
They need to see down the cake.
Love you.
All right, now you
Okay.
play.
Okay. Taste the top of it.
I get to it.
No. Hey, you're not working with me.
Work with me.
Because you're supposed to be telling us what kind of cake it is. We know what kind of cake it is. You don't know.
It's good. Is it honey bun?
Oh, I might have to do another thumbnail. Baby, taste the top.
I am. I'm supposed to something look good.
That is not the top.
If you're looking at it upside down, leaves.
I want you to taste the crummy part. Baby, come on now. You're making this video too long.
Okay,
now.
hold on.
We need you to...
That's one of
We're
the
not going to
crummy.
stay here and watch you eat a whole
That's
slice
the
of cake.
crummy. I keep tasting coconut.
Man, you are not tasting. It's a coconut tail.
I know, Donna. I'm just saying.
You're a coconut tail.
You know how coconut have like the little white things and the strands and dip?
Man, you ain't tasting none of that.
I know I'm not, but I'm saying.
I think what it is you don't expect this to be in a cake.
Right. I don't expect it all to be in the cake, but it's good.
Baby, listen. Turn the cake over. Go get this right here. This is what I need you to taste. Come on, sir. That. Taste that. Now, if you don't taste that, then something's wrong with you. And if you don't know what it is, then you special.
Just don't fire me.
You have so much cake in your mouth. You
I know,
can't
Donna.
taste
I'm
that
trying to get through it, but I don't want to let go what I got in my mouth already. Shoot.
You're trying to be funny. You get on my nerves. And you're not taking this to work either. Ain't no need you looking crazy. Baby, what kind of cake is it?
Good.
Baby, you can taste, okay, just sir. Wait a minute, listen, babe, you have to do right. No, wait. Honey, so out of all that, you cannot tell me what you're you are fired. You're fired. You are so fired.
I work overtime.
No, listen. You were supposed to. You should have followed directions, babe.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You're making me look bad. You're supposed to tell me what kind it is.
It's like you're on the job and you've been late. You've been off for a few months. You gotta get back in the rhythm.
Had you followed the instructions that you were given when I say just eat the crumb part at the top, tell me what that is. And you didn't listen.
It's good.
And it's gone.
Yeah.
And you still don't know what you tasted on the top. As heavily as I... Because I'm sad.
What you saying?
Because I was waiting on you to tell me what it was.
You putting too much pressure on me right now.
I know it. And you making me look bad.
How am I making you look bad?
You should have done what I asked you to do.
What you asked me to do?
I asked you just to taste that little piece at the top and tell me what it was. You done... Now you trying to... You can't...
Trying to bring you
Now
back.
you trying to... Okay, let me see. But, babe, you're not working out.
It's been a minute, y'all, since I had cake. And I mean, for real. Donna ain't made a cake in a while, but that is... Ooh, it's good. It's more... Okay.
It is really more.
All my senses are not calibrated and back where they should be.
Okay, I'm gonna try to get you a little piece. Okay,
I want
taste
a little
this.
piece like that, huh?
No. Just taste it. You gonna learn how to follow directions, sir. I'm the boss. I'm the boss lady. What is that?
Cake and icing. I mean...
You don't know. You're not tasting anything familiar.
Oatmeal. I knew you had oatmeal cake in a minute.
You know I had what?
I'm saying I know you're going to make me an oatmeal cake in a minute. I don't know, Donna. What you making?
What you mean you're not gonna make
Oatmeal.
your oatmeal cake in a minute?
Oatmeal.
You knew all the while it was oatmeal?
No. But I heard it's good. It tastes like...
Wait a minute, babe, don't do that, because I don't tell you what kind of cake it is.
But Donna,
What made you say oatmeal like that?
honestly, I want to say oatmeal because it looks like oatmeal comes up, but here's the
Okay.
issue. You never made an oatmeal cake.
Okay.
Who would expect a cake to be made out of oatmeal? So I don't want to say nothing crazy out the doggone way. So I'm saying.
Well, what made you say oatmeal just now? Because you tasted it when I put it in your mouth.
Yeah, it tastes like oatmeal.
That's why
But
I
it
told you
looked
to
like
do
it.
that 15 minutes ago.
But it looked like it. Hey, remember when
It
y'all
looks
was?
like an oatmeal cake from the beginning.
It
But
looks
that's why
like.
I told
Well,
you
here's
to
my
taste
question.
that
Everybody, seriously. Here's my question. Remember when you was younger and they had oatmeal in the bag?
And it was all crumbly. Yeah.
Crumbled up the oatmeal in the bag. That's how you used to. Well, my thing was, where I grew up at, it tastes. But the thing was, it doesn't.
Don't keep your head in
I'm gonna
there. Don't drop that, right?
Don't drop it. I hit the floor with it, man.
You will. Wait a minute.
Of course, I just hit the
I
floor
just need to be
again.
able to get all the words. I cannot, babe. I'm not.
Hold the bitch. I want just tell you keep leaning it one way. If that thing slip off there, I would die down the floor. Huh. Oh,
Listen, it's gonna be what it's gonna be.
it's
But if you had done that, babe, 15 minutes ago, we wouldn't have. This part of the video wouldn't be so long.
No, when the last time I seen the people? When the last time I seen y'all?
You saw it in the other
When the last time y'all
video.
seen the cake? When the last? You know what?
Stop looking over here. You're supposed to be looking over there.
I'm trying to find out
Don't
where
do
they
that.
at.
You're gonna be looking cross-eyed.
I understand, don't I look? Good. So really. No, seriously.
You are not
for real,
working
real.
out.
When I first tasted,
This
well, from the
thing is
look,
moist.
it is. That is not.
Is it because I sifted it twice? I mean,
I don't know what you
I'm not new to
did.
sifting.
I don't know what you did, but it is moist.
You know what? I wonder if it's because he also loves cakes baked with cream cheese.
Yes.
Although he's not like a cream cheese eater.
Don't eat it.
Now you put the cream cheese spread on
Yeah, I'm not
stuff
gonna do
or
that
cream
like that.
cheese.
Do it taste the same way?
But then adding that half cup of creamer that I added, be it creamer, milk, maybe that's what did it. But this thing right here is
very moist.
It is fluffy.
But
and
but
moist.
seriously, you don't want to say nothing that is crazy. Because I don't say crazy stuff.
I mean,
So-
no. But it wouldn't have been crazy if that's
But
what
I'm
you
saying,
have.
but that's what it.
Saying oatmeal sounded crazy to you.
Yeah, oatmeal cake.
Oh, I mean, but it's oatmeal cream pie.
That's the point I'm making. But
You just didn't. It was just so unexpected.
yeah,
that-
totally. How do you get that oatmeal? Y'all saying oatmeal cream pie? We didn't know this. We call them oatmeal cookies. Or
I
give
know,
me a bag
but
of oatmeal.
I'm saying it wouldn't have sounded crazy if you had been like you were at the end when you said, "Well, it tastes like an oatmeal cake."
Okay.
Because how often do you have oatmeal cakes?
The ones that are the small ones.
Yeah. How often do we buy oatmeal cakes?
I get them all.
all the time. And that's what I told them in the beginning. That's why I was excited, because I said we get oatmeal cream pies all the time. That's what he loves to eat.
Now let me say this. You all may know them as oatmeal cream pies.
We call it oatmeal
but where
cakes.
we grew up at, okay, in the governmental condo program, there was always a lady that sold the candy house. If you ever grew up, you know what it was. She had a candy house and they sold everything, butter cookies and everything else.
In the bag,
so
it was all mushed up.
yeah, she would take like maybe 2 or 3 cookies and you would break them up in there.
I wonder if she washed her nasty.
I'm pretty sure she did, but you know what? If she didn't, she was trying to build our immune system up, so we was able to deal with what was coming. So what we deal with is that's why I say a bag of oatmeal, because I don't want nobody going to get some Quaker oatmeal and pouring it in a bag like here's a bag of oatmeal, because technically you will be right, but you don't know what you didn't grow up in the governmental
oatmeal cakes.
Yeah, so if
And you know what? Back
governmental
then,
condo program, they just had the oatmeal cookies, you cream up, and you buy a bag of it.
But back then they weren't called oatmeal cream pie.
They was all oatmeal cookies.
But they didn't have little Debbie's back then, did they?
All they did is Miss Debbie saw something that was making money. She slapped her name on it and then said it's Miss Debbie oatmeal. Look, I don't know what the oatmeal we had, but it was
Miss Debbie said that's Miss Dee Dee's stuff.
Miss Dee Dee. And it was like a big lump, and when you ate it, it went down your throat. You could see it just going down,
good.
But whatever. You could chew. Y'all, some of y'all older people had tobacco. We had oatmeal.
I think the mushier it was too, the better it was.
Yeah, it was. And when it got warm, the cream in the middle kind of settled too, and it was.
Ooh.
So now I got a whole cake like that.
No, I got plans for this cake.
What's your plans, man?
Not to give it to you.
I understand that plan, Donna, but some plans just don't work. I can promise you guys one thing is going to happen. She's going to do whatever she wants to do with a cake, and she worked hard in there. I would admit she put in a lot of time. And so therefore she can do what she want to do.
I just like to get you riled up.
But I'm sure gonna get me a piece, a pretty large piece too. That's for me. So it's been a minute since I ate oatmeal. As you can see, I took my shower and everything. I came down a little bit.
Anyway,
I had to stay on top of things.
Listen, if you enjoyed the
Hit the nosy.
please give it a thumbs up.
Hit the nosy.
If you're not subscribed,
Hit the nosy.
please consider doing so.
Hit the nosy.
Hit the nosy. Y'all see he excited about this cake.
It's been a minute, people.
It's been a long time. It's been a long
Take it a while.
Somebody even made a comment the other day about missing my pound cake. So
Well, there we go. We back in business. We're in the pound cake business, but mine.
that thing right there, listen, that ain't to be played with. She good.
So when you say oatmeal cookie, they ain't like a dry. You know how some oatmeal cookies are dry. No, this is really moist. Wow, really moist. So
Thank you all.
I'm done. I'm finished talking to you.
Thank you all so much for watching. We already look forward to you joining us again next time.
What a life! What a life! My job is to eat dessert, and I have to.
No, you got fired, remember?
No, I'm about hired again.
You got hired.
I'm working for this pay.
By who?